it was frightening, in all honesty. I mean, when you first see Auburn prison up close, not just driving by, but up close, and you know you're going into that place, it's frightening. That's no matter. I don't care who you are. If you've never been in a place like that, your first encounter with a place like that is frightening. And I don't care how macho you are. I don't care what crime you've committed. If you're not institutionalized and this is your first encounter with a place like that, frightening is the best word I could come up with. What I've seen in my in my opinion is an unfairness in the system. And when you're poor and you're at the mercy of the judicial system and you're sent away to wherever, you're still poor and all alone in prison, and if you don't have any kind of support from the outside, prison can be hell. You know, if you don't get any phone calls or you can't make any phone calls, you don't get any commissary because you have nobody on the outside that cares enough to send you money, you know, for your commissary. So you go without in that regard. The food's crappy. I don't know what anyone would expect. So getting a little commissary is always it's a blessing. It keeps one sane and grounded a little bit. Being poor and in prison is hell, regardless of how long you're there for. The system isn't fair. I mean, anyone that tells you differently is lying or hasn't been through it. I was fortunate in that I had support from the outside, so I was able to muddle through. Even though I had never been to prison before, that helps. Knowing you're getting letters, you're writing letters, you're making phone calls, you're getting commissary, even a little commissary, anything is always helpful. I think a lot of people are under the misconception that once you fulfill your obligation to your sentence and your parole or probation and you've paid all your fees and your liens, your fines, whatever, that you're done and that's the end of it, and it's not. Because invariably what happens is that I'm assuming that if you've been sent to prison, you've probably been there for a couple of years at least. And you probably, if you had a job on the outside when you went in, you probably still have that job. So when you get out, then you have to reconnect with the rest of society. try to find decent employment, and your record now follows you out to where employers don't need you. They don't have to hire you. You know, you can say I've served my time, I've done my penance, but with the way things are right now economically, there are a lot of people that can fill these positions and they don't need you, because just for the simple fact that you're a felon, you're a convicted felon, and they look at it as, you know, whatever. They can call it whatever they want. They can call it an insurance, you're an insurance risk or whatever. But the fact remains is, why would they take a chance on hiring a felon, an ex-convict, as it were, when they've got, you know, dozens of people that they can choose from, other applicants that don't have criminal records. So trying to find, you know, decent employment after you know, served your time, you know, it can be a daunting task. So what do people in that situation do? Well, you know, you get some people that, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? They reviolate in some way, breaking a law. They do something stupid, they get drunk and get into a fight, somebody gets hurt, whatever. I mean, you know, you're frustrated, you don't have decent employment, you don't have any real skills, and what do you do? So that's why a lot of people get reincarcerated. you know.